Okay, so welcome. So here we have another question to answer, which we get asked a lot, is what do we keep in our grab bag? And I'm going to tie that in with what we keep in our life jackets, which is like what. So bear with us on this. So firstly, grab bag. Let me just move this life jacket out of the way. This is our grab bag. It is a high visibility floating ocean pack, 20 litres. Theoretically, it is completely watertight, and it floats. So it has the name of the boat written on it, high visibility, and we keep this when we're offshore. We keep it at the bottom of the companionway steps. So there is, it literally, you would go in, grab it, and you'd be off. So it's very, very easy to get to. First thing you need to understand is that the grab bag is in addition to the equipment that we also keep in the life raft. If you saw our life raft video, you will also see that we have a 24-hour survival pack in the life raft. We also have other things that we will take into the life raft with us. The plan would be, theoretically, grab bag, the EPIRB, which will float free anyway as the boat sinks, and the water jerry can that we keep on the back of the boat. So this is the grab bag. These are the things that we keep in the grab bag in no particular order. Firstly, 7 Oceans. These are emergency rations, and they are emergency rations. There are 9 high calorie, high protein bars in there. This should theoretically do, no idea, 9 bars? So there's 300 calories per bar. So essentially that is enough to probably do 2 people a week if you ration it. You're not going to be living the life of Riley, but between this and fishing and what we've already got in there, that is enough food to kind of keep you going, enough calories to keep you going and not starving to death. When we did the Ark, what they said to us was, if you set off to cross the Atlantic with no food at all, you will not die. You'll be bloody hungry when you get there, but you will get there. Without water 24 hours out, you're in a real problem. So this is just the emergency food supplies we keep. For one reason or another, we have a spare EPIRB. We have 2 EPIRBs that register this boat, one for the grab bag and one is there. This is just a surplus one. I thought, well, why just keep it in the grab bag? And here's the thing, your EPIRB battery lasts for 48 hours. If you have 2 EPIRBs, you can set them off at different times. So, you know, that gives you 4 days of transmitting a signal. Second EPIRB. Not necessary, but we have one. Spare VHF radio that's completely battery powered with 2 sets of batteries. In addition to that, emergency safety blankets. Now I'm fairly sure that these are in the pack that we have anyway, but 4 safety blankets, emergency blankets for keeping warm. They are not duvets, they are not full of feathers, they are just silver space blankets, but there you go. Brilliant. In addition to that, signalling mirror, signalling whistle. Again, these are just doubles. They are doubles of the things that we already have in the life raft, but having twice as many is, what's the problem with that? Fishing kit. Again, there is a fishing kit in the life raft. We just have another one. Again, you know, it's small, compact. It doesn't really cause any problems carrying it. That is also what we keep in there. Seasickness tablets. These are mylar or glow-in-the-dark sticks. Again, it's a source of light at a point at which, you know, you snap them and they provide light. Torch, spare batteries. First aid kit with just general first aid things in. This, which was a Christmas present from my sister actually, and it is just a compass. It's just a good quality compass. So again, I thought, well, take it with you, you know. I'm not sure how effective it would be because we can't really go anywhere in a life raft, but an extra compass, you know, it's something to look at. Something to play with when you're sat looking at each other in that life raft day after day after day.
What direction you're floating in.
And these 2, which are copies of the boat papers and our passports. Teresa will blank these out and blur these before.
Well, not if you're like waving them around like that.
Teresa will blur these out. So that is what we have in our grab bag. We also, when we go offshore, keep a tin opener in there, and this, which is a spare battery for the PLB that we have, which brings me neatly on to our life jackets. Now we both have life jackets. They're identical. They're these spin lock ones. They are fully equipped. Inside they have the the spray hood, so that basically there's a mask that a lot of people drown through inhalation when they're in the water. They also have torches and lights which we check regularly. PLB, which is a personal locator beacon, which is a third GPS tracking device which is attached to the back of the belt. So if you were to be separated from the life raft, you still have the ability to summon help. So that goes on the back of the life raft. That goes on the back of the life jacket, sorry, the life jackets. Now I've opened this life jacket up a little bit, and the inside is all there. There's the torch you can see. But the other thing we've got are these SafeLink R10s, which are Ais Transponders. So inside here there's all sorts of things. There's whistles, there's the light. But these Ais Transponders, they are water activated but also manually activated. And essentially, if you were to fall off the back of the boat, or you were to be separated from the boat, you will show up on AIS. And the best chance you have of getting back on your boat is for someone on your boat to actually pick you up and get you. So it's not for other, you need to be rescued by your own boat to really stand a chance of survival. And what everyone says is that once you've gone through 3 waves, once the boat you are 3 waves away from your boat, you are no longer visible. I think the analogy was, if you throw a cabbage overboard, see how long you can watch a cabbage for before you go out of sight. So the idea is that you then have AIS if you were to go overboard. But we're not going to go overboard because we are permanently tethered on. And so we have these things. These are 3-way tethers. They're 3-way harnesses. We got a lot of this information actually from the ARC manual. 3-way tethers that are less than 2 meters in length. And the reason we have 3-way tethers is that if you're trying to move around the boat, and there are times on our boat where you have to move between 2 points, you never have to unclip completely, so you're always clipped on. They are cumbersome, they are a massive pain in the backside, they clank around, wake up the off watch when they're clanking against the metal frame, but we have a standing rule: you are always clipped on when you are in the cockpit. And that is 50% so that you don't go overboard, and 50% so that the off watch know that they're gonna come onto watch and find you where they left you, because that, I think, is everyone's worst nightmare. In addition to that, kept at the very back of the boat are our flares. So we have 5 flares in the life raft locker. We have about 30 or 40 other flares that we keep in a watertight container. Again, all easy to access from the back of the boat. So if you were given, say for instance, less than 90 seconds to evacuate your boat, you would be able to do so by grabbing 3 things: the water, the flares, and your grab bag. And then the e-purple should float free. So all these things are what make us feel safe. It is all about safety with us, and I want to just be able to go to sea thinking I've done everything I can to make this boat and the crew as safe as they possibly can be. So this is the amount of stuff we have. Hopefully that's informative to you. Hopefully if you're going offshore, you'll have something similar. There's loads of stuff on the internet, loads of really amazing resources as to what you can keep in your grab bag. This comes from a lot of extensive research. Feel free to add comments as to what you'd also keep in there. I hope that's informative. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to subscribe there. Facebook is there, lots of other social media down below. We will be back soon with more videos, some of them informative, some of them answering questions of yours, and some of them just sailing.